Happy Monday. Okay, whenever I wait for this little countdown here to tell me that I'm live, I realize when I watch back, I'm just like sitting here and awkwardly waiting. So I'm just going to talk as if I've been live this whole time. And if it is just now bringing me in, I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to going live on my computer, which I do like, but there's a learning curve for sure. For those that are new here, my name is Siobhan, and I mentor women and teach them how to build something meaningful that feels aligned and without being pushy. I am learning with the help of my mentors how to walk this out. And so I'm showing other women how to do the same thing with clarity, with support, and most importantly, with integrity. So today we are going to talk about, and you might be like, Siobhan, this seems very similar to your live yesterday. Yes, I know they are a little bit different though. So today I want to talk to the woman who is curious but hesitant. If that is you, it's okay. Comment below and say, that is me. I just want to talk to you. I just want to explain a little bit about exactly what this looks like because you're probably hesitant because you've probably heard things like this before. You need to reach out to all your friends and all your family. Go through your contact list and reach out to everybody you know. If you have heard that, put a hands up in the comments. If you have done that because of coaching from somebody else at some point, put that's me in the comments because same. The first few companies that I was with, listen, I was a serial social seller when I first found the industry because I was obsessed with the potential. I loved the possibility of being able to make a crazy income from home. And so I wouldn't say I hopped around, but like I was with this company for a while, then I realized this isn't actually aligned. I love the industry, but not this company. And then I went to a different company and kind of same thing. Like I'm not super passionate about this, but I do love the industry. This just isn't my spot. And it took me a little bit to find kind of where I fit until I've ended up where I am now. But I was told literally pick up your phone, go through your contact list, reach out to everybody you know, look at, they used to say, what was the name of the list that it was? I think Frank, reach out to your friends, reach out to your relatives, reach out to acquaintances, reach out to your neighbors, anybody that you know because of your kids. And then I want to say that there was one more. We don't teach you to do that here. If you've also heard you need hype and you felt like that fake false hype, like, oh, we got to hype it up so people are super excited about this. Red flag. And if you've been told that you need to be salesy, no wonder you're hesitant because yuck, who wants to do that? Yuck. Just reminds me of that TikTok audio. So if that has stopped you before from diving into this industry, this live is for you because same, I'd be hesitant if those were the things that I was being told. So you don't have to bother your friends. You don't have to bother your friends. Um, that is probably one of the biggest fears that I have is either I don't want to bother my friends and my family, or my friends and my family wouldn't support this. That's okay. Most of my customers are not like my in real life friends or family. That's okay. You don't need your friends or your family. You don't have to bother them. You don't have to be pushy. People will also say, like, I come from a small town. Guess what? We teach you to use the World Wide Web. So it doesn't matter if there's two people in your little town. We teach you how to position yourself on social media so that people are raising their hand and wanting information on what you have. Another thing that I hear is I'm afraid to be annoying or I don't want to be pushy. Then don't do that. Someone once told me because I had this fear of like being icky. Once I learned that the things that I was taught in the past are icky, because I didn't know. I was told print out your friends list and just start making your way down. And so I did what I was told because these people were making 6 and 7 figures and I'm like, they know what they're talking about. Well, then after a while I was like, that's actually kind of gross and that doesn't align with me and I don't like that. And so then my fear was I don't want to be like that anymore. And so I was scared of like anything that I was doing, I'm going to be perceived that way. And one of my mentors said, you never have to worry about coming across that way because you were so cautious of it. Like you know what it feels like when someone does it to you. You know that you did it in your past. You will never come across that way because you're cautious of it. Like you know that that's not what you want to do. So anything you do, don't worry, it doesn't come across that way. But real connection with people isn't bothering anybody. Sharing what has worked for you isn't bothering anybody. Notifications. Saying like this drink has helped me with X, Y, and Z isn't bothering anybody. You're just sharing your story. Just like somebody else wanted to get on Facebook Live or on their stories and be like, I just ordered this pack of sticky notes and I love them so much because it came with so many and the colors are so cute and look at the shape of it and I think it came with 6 colors and I just love it. Or if they're like, oh my gosh, hold on, let me find it. Have you seen these erasable highlighters? They're incredible. They come in all of these cute colors and it erases completely. That's not annoying. You're sharing something you love. Same thing here. The only difference is when you help people get started, you are rewarded for that. So you make a 50% income with brand new customers in their first 30 days. If you help your teammates do what you're doing, you get rewarded for that. There is no difference. You're still talking about something that you love, and that is not bothering anybody. One truth that I have for you, or a couple truths: serving means listening. If you are serving people, that means you need to be talking less. When you are in conversation with people, if you were to hand me your phone and you're in conversation with people and you claim that you are serving others, I should see much less of yours. So the blue, I should see much less blue and much more white, much more listening, much more asking questions so that you can understand, so that you can know how to best help them. That is serving is listening. It also means offering help when it's welcome. So it doesn't mean you're just walking down the street and you see somebody you've never talked to before, you don't know them, and you're like, hey, let me tell you about my products. That is not offering to help when it's welcome. When it is welcome is how we teach. When you make content and people reach out to you and say, what are you using? That is helping when it is welcome, because people want to feel amazing. So if you have the trick to feeling amazing, they want to know what you're using. It's literally that simple. Let me pull up my notes again, because you know me, I can't stay on topic without my notes here. The right people don't feel bothered, they feel supported. They feel like, oh my gosh, she's been such a help for me. I'm so thankful that I saw her post, or that I saw her live, or that I watched her stories, and that I reached out to her, because this has been super helpful. The wrong people will feel bothered, and that's okay. Those aren't your people. One thing our CEO says, and I love, is some will, some won't, so what? Who's next? Some will, because some people, lots of people, want what you have. Some won't. That's okay. Those aren't your people. Not everybody's your people. Not everybody likes me, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with repelling the people that aren't for me, because I know I'm attracting the people who are for me. Some will, some won't. So what? So what? There are so many people on this world. We're not going to cry about the people who are not for us. That's okay. Who's next? Because there is always somebody who's next who needs the help that you can provide. The second myth is you need hype. You need to be all hyped up, and you need to, someone told me before in another company that I need to turn the volume up on who I am. And I'm like, but that's not who I am. Like, so for instance, there's a girl on this team who I freaking love. She's so incredible. Her energy is so amazing and contagious, and she's loud, and she's big, and that sounded rude. She's like big personality, lots of hand gestures, and she's loud, and that's not me. I love her because that's her, and you can tell that, but that is not who I am. And so telling me to turn the volume up on me feels not genuine to me. Now, I'm not going to get on the Facebook Live and be like, so today I want to talk about hype, because like that's also not me. But I get where they were going, but like turning up the volume, that's just not who I am. Some women feel like they need to have big energy or big personality or constant energy. If you don't have a big personality, that is okay. People can read through that if you're pretending to be something that you're not. And guess what? There are other people who don't have huge personalities who will relate to you, because they're like, oh, she's like me. She's not all loud and, big. And then the people that are loud and big, you'll find people that are just like you, or people that are like, oh my gosh, she's so fun. Like, she's so different from me. I think that's cool. Like, again, the people who are for you will find you. The people who are not for you, let them go, sister. It is not true that you have to have a big personality. It is not true that you have to have constant energy. You just have to be authentic. You do not need hype. You need authenticity, and you need consistency. Keep showing up. Keep getting in the reps. It is much like working out, which is funny because I've just started a workout journey. I think I'm on like week 5 or 6 of working out consistently. And it's just like going to the gym. You can't go to the gym for a week and be like, oh, I don't have a 6-pack. This doesn't work. You can't go for 2 weeks and be mad that you don't have a 6-pack. You can't go for 4 weeks and be like, well, my arms are still flabby, so this clearly isn't working. You understand that in going to the gym, you have to put in your reps. You have to keep showing up. And around month 3-ish of consistency, and that's if you're, doing all the things, then you start to see some change. The same is in business. You stay consistent, you put in the reps, You will see some wins, but you just stay consistent and you keep doing the things. You don't need to be loud. You just need to be real. Quiet leadership still leads. And I want you to just like sit with that for a minute. There are leaders in this industry, in this company, who are 6 and 7 figure earners, and they are not loud. I can think of one off the top of my head right now that I adore. She is killing it in this company, but she's not a loud, big personality. She's just who she is. And she talks the way that she talks, and she is the way that she is, and she owns that. And clearly it's working for her. So just because you see somebody who's doing big, loud, amazing things doesn't mean that you have to be that way. You can be you and still do this. The third myth is that you need to be salesy. The truth is, people think salesy turns people off because it feels transactional, and that is accurate. People can feel when they are a number. People can feel when they are just a sale to you. And again, it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to be salesy. It doesn't have to be, oh, I have to talk to 25 people today and you're just number 23. It doesn't have to be that way. Most women don't want to be sold to. They want to be helped. And most women don't actually want to sell. They want to help. So me, I hate sales. When I was interviewing for the job that I currently have, that's a long story, but when we were talking about the marketing aspect of it, and I was like, I like marketing, but I do not like sales. I don't want to be responsible for sales. That is not my thing. I do not like selling. I like helping, but I do not like selling. And those are two different like mindsets that you have to be in. Can I sell? Yes. I sold insurance. I sold gym memberships. I can do it, but I hate doing it. But when you lead with service, selling feels simple because you aren't in it for the dollars. You aren't in it for how much you make. You are in it for people to feel amazing. So rewind again. When someone reaches out to me, say it's a friend of mine, and they're like, actually, this did happen the other day. A friend of mine was like, hey, I have no energy. What I'm currently going through in life right now is kicking my butt. And I'm like excited to help her because I'm like, oh my gosh, when you have this stuff, it's going to be amazing. Like you're going to have energy. You're going to feel incredible. That's not salesy. That is me helping her. She says, I have no energy. She knows that I have energy now. She's asking questions. That is not selling. That is helping. And it's simple because all I'm doing is talking about the thing that I love. I'm not attached to the result. She's going to buy it or she's not. That is her choice. That's not for me to decide. All I'm doing is sharing. I want to share. I want everybody on the planet Earth that I come in contact with to know that this exists. Whether they buy it or not, cool. But just know that this is an option for you. That is my job. That is it. It becomes a natural next step when you serve, not a pressure point. So it's not a, hey, are you going to buy this thing? Are you going to buy it? Are you going to buy it? Are you going to buy it? You're helping. You feel amazing. You tell people about it. You offer your assistance. And if they buy it, cool. If they don't, that's okay too. They don't have to. The truth is, oh, did I miss this? Okay, let me look at my notes. Okay, so the women who do well in this industry are not chasing. If you know people who are in social selling, and if you can think of people who are succeeding, ask yourself, do you see them chasing people? Probably not. And if it is somebody who's chasing people, that's typically not sustainable. We don't chase people in this business. We show up consistently, authentically. If we're having a down day, we share that. If we're having a great day, we share that. If we're not wearing makeup and our hair looks crazy, we're still getting on the stories and posting pictures and going on Facebook Live because we are consistent and we are not perfect. We're solving real problems. That is what people who are winning in this industry are doing. That is what I focus on. That is what I teach. And that is how I mentor. It is authenticity, being consistent, showing up and solving real problems and being a real human, because nobody wants fake, nobody wants perfect. You don't need to become someone else in order to do this. You need support becoming more of yourself. I'm going to say that again. You don't need to become someone else. You need support becoming more of yourself. A big part of what we do is personal development. Why? Because a lot of this industry, a lot of this business is up here. It's the thoughts that we tell ourselves. It's the things that we think about ourselves. It's the things that we think about others. It's the things that we think about money. It's the things that we think about fill in the blank. So a lot of what we do is personal development because we've got to get this in line. You don't need to become someone else. Now, I will say this is not for everybody, and that is okay. Just like I am not for everybody, and that is okay. This is not for everybody. This is for women who want the mentorship without the icky stuff. This is the woman who is not afraid of hard work because she knows what that will turn into. This is not for the woman who wants a get rich quick scheme. This is not for the woman who is lazy and doesn't want to put in the work and doesn't want to do the things. This is not for the woman who wants someone else to do it for her. We have tools for you. We have all of the resources. You have to do it. I mentor, but I do not babysit, okay? This is for women who value integrity, who value consistency, and who value real connection with both a team and those that you get to help. Now, you don't need to know everything. That is a fear that I feel like I hear every single day. I don't know how to do this. I've never done this before. I don't know how to talk about these products. I don't know how to post on social media. I don't know how to have conversations about people with what this stuff is. That's okay. Those are the things that we can teach you. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be comfortable with showing up as you are. And if you're not comfortable doing that yet, that's okay, because guess how you get comfortable? You just keep doing it over and over again. You put in the reps. You just need to be willing, and you need to be hardworking. So if this feels and looks doable to you, trust that feeling, just like I said yesterday. If you're thinking this looks doable, trust that feeling, because the very next feeling that you're going to have is probably doubt. But I don't have time. But what would my friends think? But I've never done this before. But don't listen to the buts. Listen to that first thought. That's doable. It is. It is doable. Where did I lose? Okay. If you want mentorship without the icky stuff, message me the word mentor and let's just have a conversation. Let's see if this could be a good fit for you. Let's give you information, all the information you need to be dangerous, as my friend would say. Everything that you need to be dangerous so that you can make that decision for yourself if this is something that sounds like it could fit in your life. So I did pin a comment if you want to chat. I don't think I had like a specific word, so just message me mentor, or if you don't have to message me the word mentor, message me a question you have, or message me a comment that you have. But let's have a conversation. Like, make 2026 the year that you open up your email to surprise paychecks because you forgot it was payday, because you just got so involved with helping people and helping people feel amazing that you're like, wow, my hair, that you're just like, I forgot that it was even payday. Praise the Lord. Okay. Well, I was talking for 17 minutes. That was far too long. I'm going to go put my kids to bed now, but I will be back tomorrow with another live. Good night.